Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you the best investments to do for phase 2 of Season of Discovery. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has picked up a copy of the classic flipping guide. This is a flipping guide for Era, Hardcore and Season of Discovery. So I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone. Righto, let's get right into this video. The best investments for phase 2 of Season of Discovery. So the first sort of investment is going to be investing in recipes that are over 150 skill, meaning that we can farm them now, but we can't actually use them yet. So once it gets close to phase 2, the prices of these is going to go up, and then also once we're in phase 2, they're going to sell really well. Now, when investing into phase 2 right now, things that you want to look out for are items that are easily farmed now, but can't actually be used. And this goes with all the investments that I'm going to be showing. So things that can be easily farmed in phase 1, but we can't actually use them until phase 2. Because with supply and demand, what is going to happen is people are going to be farming them easily right now, posting them up, having no sales, and the price of these are going to go right down because of supply and demand. Then once we get closer to phase 2, some people will start grabbing these, stockpiling them, getting ready for phase 2. And then once phase 2 comes out, everyone is going to be buying these. So the price will shoot back up because obviously how supply and demand works is that the price will go up once everyone is trying to buy these and everyone actually needs them and can use them. So to start off with, the recipes that are over 150 skill are really good items to invest in now. So if you can pick up some that are really cheap, they're definitely going to be worth a lot more once we're in phase 2. Because people are actually going to be using them, taking them out of the game when they actually learn them, and that will make the supply and demand really good for these recipes. So if you can do some scans, we have some groups in the classic flipping guide with all the different recipes that are BOE and that are worth flipping. Now what you can do is you can do a scan on them groups, you can go through and you can find out the best recipes that are selling for really cheap prices. So for an example, in the background here, I've been buying a bunch of different recipes that are over 150 skill level. And what my plan is to do with these is to hold on to them until we get word of when phase 2 is actually going to come out, and then start selling them from then all the way into phase 2. They're going to sell the very best though as soon as phase 2 is live, because everyone with professions are going to buy these up off the auction house. So they will sell very quick once we actually get into phase 2. Now you could sell them right now for the people that are stockpiling them and getting ready for phase 2. A few people will be doing that, but the majority will buy them after. Moving on to the next investment, this is going to be investing into good BOEs that are over level 25. So for an example, what I mean by good is all of like your blues and your purples that are over level 25. Especially ones that can be farmed pretty easily. So for an example, this is a level 26 BOE that is blue, and it can be farmed pretty easily. As you can see, there's a few of them. There's 4 of them up in the auction house for around 3 gold to 4 gold. And what you could do is you could buy up all of these, and then once we get closer to phase 2 or the first week or 2 of phase 2, when people will be leveling, people will be wanting to get the best BOEs they can to help level them out. And what you're going to do is sell them for much more once we go into phase 2. So investing in the good BOEs, I wouldn't recommend buying green BOEs, but all your blues with really good stats, all of your purples, if you can get your hands on some purples that are over level 25 for a good price, then I'd highly recommend investing into those because they'll sell very quickly once we're in phase 2, and right now the prices of them are pretty low if you can find some good prices. Moving on to the next investment, this is going to be investing into materials that are going to be used in the next phase. So the best sort of materials to do this with are ones that are easily farmed right now, but we can't actually use them or we can't use them for much. So for an example, looking at iron ore right here, we can actually farm this very easily. So all the miners find a bunch of this out when they're mining, and then also there's a few mobs that drop it. However, there's only like a handful of crafts that can actually use it. The majority of them over 105 skill. So this is a great item for an example. Now I could give you a big list of all the different items, but it will work best with the less amount of people actually knowing about the item. So you can do some research and you can find what items are going to be used in the next phase, say for professions or for anything that materials would be used for, mainly professions. So if there's a certain profession that requires a bunch of a different material that we can actually farm right now, and there's a whole heap of them on the auction house, but we can't actually use them till next phase, the price on them is going to be super low. This is where you can come in, you can buy up a bunch of these materials, and then as soon as phase 2 comes out, the prices of these are going to skyrocket because everyone that is going to be using them will be buying them, and the price will go up with supply and demand for them. But iron ore is just an example. What you want to do is do some research, and you want to find out what materials are used in the next phase, say for all the different professions, and you want to make sure that people can actually farm them right now. You want to make sure there's a decent amount of them on the auction house, because what that will have done is it will have lowered the price because everyone is farming them really easily in phase 1, but no one has anything to do with them. Like, you can't use them for nothing, meaning the price of these would have went right down because everyone would be getting a bunch of these that they can't sell, so the price will just keep on going down. As soon as people start actually using these items in phase 2, the price will start to go up and up and up, and that is where you'll be able to make a lot of profit. And the best thing about investing into materials is that you can usually buy a big quantity of them. So you could buy hundreds, thousands of one item that is going to go up in the next phase, in phase 2, and you'll be able to make a lot of gold from doing so. However, guys, that was it for the video. Hopefully you can make a lot of gold investing into some items into phase 2. A lot of items are going to go up in price and skyrocket, and a lot of people will make a lot of gold from doing so if they know what they're looking for. So that was it for the video. If you'd like to learn more about flipping and investing in Season of Discovery, you can check out the classic flipping guide, which covers Era, Hardcore, and also Season of Discovery, and that'll be the first link down below in the description box. You'll also get access to a private Discord where we talk about flipping and gold making. Till next one, guys, take care.